guys? Pop My Pigs for Life here, and today we are here with the full tour of Conservation Carnival in Planet Zoo. We have been working on the zoo for over 3 years, and this zoo is finally complete. So therefore, we are ready to show this zoo off in all of its glory. So sit back, relax, get some snacks, because let me warn you guys, this is gonna be a long one. So without any further talking, let's get right into the tour. So to start, I just want to say that rather than this being one large zoo, this is more like 4 smaller zoos all in one. But each zoo has still got plenty of animals. So this zoo over here is themed around the local wildlife of Texas, which is where the zoo is set in. So basically the idea is that this is a facility for all sorts of educational ambassadors or animals that cannot be returned to the wild. So we walk in right in this first enclosure, somewhere over here. See if we can see what's in here. So right off the bat, we've got an enclosure for some American alligators. Oh, I think you can kind of see one swimming about. Yeah, let's take a closer look. So yeah, you've got the American alligator right in here. If we go over here, since, you know, we're already going in this direction, let's take a look at the animals on this side. So over here, we've got an enclosure for the 9-banded armadillos. You can see one just over there. Looks like it is going into the burrow. Oh, you can see another one right over there. If you turn around, over here we've got an enclosure for both the black-tailed prairie dogs and the striped skunk. See one of the baby prairie dogs over there. Let's see where else they may be. Also, yeah, I'm sorry for the frame rates. This zoo is huge, so yeah, it's gonna be a little bit laggy. So yeah, you can see there's a ton of black-tailed prairie dogs. We're gonna go in because we own the place. Please don't do this at home, kids. So yeah, we got tons of black-tailed prairie dogs. Not entirely sure where the striped skunks are. Oh, it looks like they are in the burrow. Yeah, so we got striped skunks and we got black-tailed prairie dogs right in here. So right over here we've got a restroom for if you gotta, you know, go to the bathroom. Right here we've got an enclosure for red foxes. You can see some right over there. I'm not entirely sure there's anything over here. I think this is just, you know, a loop around. Yeah, so let's head, you know, we can keep going. So, yeah, you get a full 360 view of the red foxes. And then right over here, you can see some pretty tall fence. That is for, I'm pretty sure, the North American beaver and the raccoon. If we go in here, yep, you can see beavers, and you can see the raccoons. Didn't know raccoons were such prolific swimmers. But yeah, you can see them all taking a little dip in this giant lake that we have for them. Here's one of the adults, right here. Then, if we go right over here, we keep on walking. Right up ahead, we have an enclosure for the collared peccary. You can see one right over here. Pretty spacious enclosure, recently got a renovation. Oh yeah, you can see a ton of them over here. If you turn around over here, we've got an enclosure for the cougar. Again, don't recommend this. Oh, we got 2 little baby cougars. And we've got the dad. And we've got the mom. Right over here. Oh, I need to move this sign because this used to be where the prairie dogs were. But now we've got coyotes in here. Again, very nice view of the whole pack. If you want an even better view, you can go to the viewing domes. And then right over here, we've got a little bit of a walk-through enclosure. And this is for the pronghorn. Okay, so that's pretty much everything for the wildlife rehab. Or, we're just gonna call it the wildlife rehab. It's not actually wildlife rehab. Like I said, this is for animals that cannot be released into the wild. Big Ounce Memorial for the actual Big Ounce himself. So if we go out here, our next destination is right over here. You go over this bridge. Pretend that this is just road. Over here, we've got train track. So there's a train that goes all over the area. We've got a couple townhouses. This is like the main street of the town. So you've got fire station, police station. This is the train station with a little restaurant over here. So yeah, you can stay here, wait for the train. So the train is one way that you can make your way around the area. If we keep going, we've got a ton of townhouses for the residents of this town. This over here is the town hall. So this town is small enough that it does not have a mayor. However, they still have this town hall, so that way the town committee can make all sorts of decisions. People can get some important documents, and where they can have town meetings. We've got a gas station over here, and right next to the gas station we have a Tesco, where the townsfolk can get all sorts of groceries. You can see the train going by. And next to Tesco, we have a bank. So then, yeah, so this is the parking lot. This area has gone through many changes throughout the years. We've got even more townhouses over here. There's a little Mexican restaurant here. This over here is a trailer park. A lot of people, what happens is they go on road trips across the country and they end up here. They could either, if they have a trailer, they can bring their trailer over here. Or there is a hotel in this town and they can book a room at the hotel. So yeah, so this is where the town gets the bulk of its money, is through tourism, and the 4 animal parks we have here definitely help attract tourists. However, like I said, there is a population of people that do live in this quaint little town, so that's why we have facilities such as a Tesco, as well as, you know, gas stations. This is a donut shop over here. So, yeah, this is a little yeah. So this is where you can go in and sit down, but there is also a drive-through. You go around and you pick up your food. Another bridge that goes over the train tracks. Stay hydrated because it is 109 Fahrenheit here. Got another train station over here. This over here is a little cul-de-sac. So, you know, little neighborhood. Some people got some, like, you know, backyards and stuff. Another gas station. We've got another train station. Maybe that's how we'll end today's video, is taking a train ride all throughout Conservation Carnival. Here is the hotel. So you can go in. There is a little, well, let's just go inside and take a look. You walk in, you've got a lobby, you've got some, nice little indoor gardens, some nice artwork, you got benches, seating. This is the lobby. You've got, all sorts of food vendors, because if there's one thing I love, it is, hotels that offer free food. You got an elevator, take you up to the rooms. Oh my gosh, the lag. Yeah, take you up to the, many floors that we have. And then over there, that's for the staff. Right up ahead, you can see that there is a school here. Again, for the children that live in the town. It's a very small school, and the population of the town is so small that we only need one building for, all 12 grades. Plus, there's also some, parents who decide to homeschool their children. Got a little courtyard over here. So then right over here, we've got our next stop, and that is the exotic petting zoo. So, this is a family-owned business, or it's a family-run business. Obviously, we own the, business, but we let the family still run it. If you walk in, you've got toilets, oh my gosh, where do I even start? Let's go down the middle. We got a corridor. If you go in here, we've got an Asian small-clawed otter enclosure. Got a nice big pond for them to swim about in. I know, stay hydrated. There's an entrance here. And yeah, it goes all the way around. Right over here. Wow, everyone's like so hot. Like they're all sweating. Right here we've got an enclosure for the Aldebra giant tortoise. Got a little shed for them. They're all napping here. Right in here we've got an enclosure for the fennec fox. Oh wow, a ton of fennec foxes. Oh, they're kind of cute. We've got some cornfields because the people that own this petting zoo do also have like a bit of a farm going on. Right in here, we've got an enclosure for the Indian peafowl. We've got a ton of Indian peafowl here. A little, too many, maybe. And then we've got the first of our many larger enclosures, so we're gonna go this way. You know what? Nah, we're gonna save that one for the end. Instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep going this way, and we're gonna take a left. Right over here, we've got an enclosure for, well, we've got one of many mixed enclosures here. We've got, we go in here, we've got the Sussex chicken, the Tamworth pig, the European fallow deer, and the mute swan. So yeah, we've got a ton of different areas that they can go in. This is where the chickens are. We've got a big pasture for the fallow deer. We've got a little forested area also for the fallow deer. And we've got the Tamworth pig. I don't know why it's making that sound. What's up with you? But yeah, okay. So then, like I said, we also have the mute swan over here. They're just swimming about. Once again, we've got like a couple little greenhouses all along here. Over here, we do also have a little seating area. The people here, they have a, I'm pretty sure, donut shop? No, this is a milkshake shack. I want to say that there's a donut shop somewhere. They do also let some food trucks come in. Okay, so we're back over here. If we go in here, we've got a ton of tomato plants over here. If we go in, we have now entered the forests of South America. We've got the Colombian white-faced capuchin and the white-faced saki. We've got the capybara. This area over here is an area that is solely dedicated to primates. Got another white-faced saki, ton of capuchins. But you've also over here got the brown-throated sloth. More capuchins. Got the giant anteater over here. Another capybara. We got a little baby capybara. We got a ton of baby capybaras. Wow. So you can go up this bridge and go all the way around. Got a nice big pond for all the animals to swim. Mostly for the capybaras, though. And then what you can do is you could either go back out the exit, or if you're more adventurous, you can go over this bridge. Got one of the male white-faced sakis right here. And we've got a nice grassy field. And we've got some Galapagos giant tortoises. More capybaras just eating up the food. Plenty of forests to provide them shade. Then if we go out here, to our left we've got a little bit of an apple orchard. And then right next to the apple orchard we have an enclosure for the emus. We go over here. Got another greenhouse for some watermelons. Keeper doing their job. Sunflowers, another greenhouse with watermelons. And then over here, we've got another mixed enclosure. And this is Australia. We've got the red-necked wallaby. We've got red kangaroos. We've got none other than DaBaby the Third himself. So yeah, ton of wallabies, ton of kangaroos. And somewhere over here, we should also have... I don't know where they are. There's one other animal here. Oh yeah, we got koalas. Some very oddly active koalas. They got plenty of trees to climb on. Do their thing. And then over here, we've got an enclosure for some dingoes. Now, obviously, dingoes aren't really a petting zoo animal, but the idea is that dingoes descended from domestic dogs. So they were originally domestic dogs that were brought over by early humans many thousands of years ago. And they eventually diverged from dogs and became their own animal. So because of that, we've got dingoes in the petting zoo. Like I said, the guests can't, like, really come in and pet them, but, yeah, they can still see some dogs. Another wallaby over here. And now there is only really one last enclosure we have for the petting zoo, and this is a huge enclosure. So we gotta go all the way up to the front where we were. Alright, so we're back here by the Asian small-clawed otters. And if we go in here, we've got a massive farmyard area. So there is all sorts of animals here. We've got the American Standard Donkey. We've got the alpacas. We've got alpine goats. And there's a couple more animals in here. We've got the Highlands cattle. And we've also got, somewhere in here, the Hill Radnor sheep. So yeah, so this enclosure, a lot of like green grassy pastures, a couple areas of forest, but also we've got some rocks that the goats and the sheep and the alpacas can climb on. So yeah, you can walk around freely, you can pet the animals. And yeah, you can just have a fun time. So that's it for the petting zoo. So now we are going to head back to the main road. So back over here, we've got another restaurant right next door. We've got a couple other townhouses. This is, you know, once again the school. And then, right over here, we do have a public pool. So, the townsfolk can come in here, they can take a dip in the pool. Right over here, this is the post office.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the townsfolk can come here and mail a letter, if they have one, get a package. More townhouses over here. We've got another Mexican restaurant. Train crossing. As my frame rates take a drop. And then right over here, we're gonna go to this last. This is the carnival section. And yeah, this huge section. So we're gonna save that for the end because a lot of our popular animals are here. We've got another train station over here. So you can get on the train and take a ride around. Another bridge that goes over the train track. And you can start to overlook the next area that we will be going to, and that is the drive-thru safari. So this is another like fast food joint. It is burgers and fries here. So once again, there's drive-thru. Another gas station, and then this is a hospital / doctor's office. If we go in, let's just take a look real quick. You've got a couple doctor's offices. And then if you go up, yeah, this is more of like a children's area. Yeah, this is more of like the children's area, and down below is more of like the hospital. So then the drive-through safari. So right here is the exit. We've got another tunnel that leads out of the town. Got a little roadside bakery. This is where you enter the drive-through safari with your car. So you go here. You can come over here and park. There's so many guests. There's a souvenir shop. And then right here is the, my gosh, so crowded. Yeah, this right here is the drive-through safari entrance, so we're just gonna wait for a car to pull up. Okay, so we just got onto the drive-through safari. If we take a look around, the first enclosure is, okay, somewhere in here. Wow, this is fast. Yeah, right here we've got an enclosure for the Gemsbach. Oh yeah, one other thing that you can do with that area is you can get food for the animals. They'll come up to you. So yeah, we've got Gemsbach in here. Right in here we've got the mill guy, as well as, here's the male mill guy, and we practically just hit it, somewhere in here, I don't know where, but we also do have the black buck in here. There's a black buck, there's the female black buck, not sure where the male is, but yeah, you've got the black bucks over here. Right in here, you've got the llamas. He's not dead, I promise. Right over here, you can see we've got the greater Rhea. Yeah, looks like you can see even more greater Rheas over here. So yeah, greater Rheas and llamas are in here. Right in here, we've got another two animals. We've got the bighorn sheep and the American bison. Right in here. Oh, I think that's a baby American bison. Somewhere in here, we should have a bighorn sheep. That's a baby bison. Oh, there's a couple over there. Yeah, there's the bighorn sheep. Okay, so now we are once again in the Gemsbach enclosure, super duper quick. And then, right in here, we've got an enclosure for 3 animals this time. We've got the Przewalski's horse over there. We've got... yeah, the Przewalski's horse, Saiga antelope. There should also be some back-trained camels. We'll come back into this enclosure in just a second, but right now we are in the big African area. So we've got common ostriches, we've got black wildebeest, We've got plain zebra. We've got blue wildebeest. Ah, baby zebra. So yeah, common ostrich, black wildebeest, blue wildebeest, plain zebra. We've got, looks like you can see one of the female sable antelopes over here. And then we've also got some African buffalo. Oh yeah, ton of animals. Okay, it looks like now we're not moving. So yeah, there's an absolute ton of animals in here. So yeah, they all seem to congregate in this area, but once in a while they will go out and be in the entirety of the pasture. Like over here. What is this? That is a blue wildebeest. Dude, I can't wait to get actual, like, animal herding in Planet Zoo 2. That's gonna make things so much awesomer. More awesome. That awesome is not even a word, but you get it. So yeah, nice big lake, watering hole, right in the center of the enclosure. We got another ostrich. This is not going to be the last we see of the ostrich. African buffalo. And now we are back in the Przewalski's horse, Saiga antelope, and Bactrian camel enclosure. You can see two Przewalski's horses right over there. I think that's the third one in the tall grass. Here are our Bactrian camels right up ahead. You can see one of our regular ones, and then we do also have an albino one. And then there should also be some Saiga antelope here. And then eventually we will make it back to the start. Okay guys, so we just got off of the drive-thru safari. Now we're going to be heading back. Just ignore those guys. For whatever reason, the zoo is so big that I think that some of the animals get glitched into place. So they can't, like, go and drink. So that was the problem. So yeah, it's no big deal. I just sent them to the trade center and then back to their enclosure, and they should be fine. So now we are going to the last but certainly not least section of the zoo, and that is the carnival section, where the zoo gets its namesake. So we go in here. We've got a lot of very popular animals. So we're gonna go this way first. So if we go up here, over this boardwalk, right in here, we've got the maned wolves. Also, I should preface that this entire area of the carnival is called the Amerigo Vespucci Stadium. Amerigo Vespucci is where we get the word America. He was a, I'm pretty sure, Italian explorer. And so yeah, that's who the Americas is named after. So we got maned wolves in here. Right in here. We'll be able to see over here. This is a jaguar enclosure. And right in here we've got the spectacled caimans. Or not the spectacled caimans, the spectacled bears. And once again, we can get a view from over here. But, yeah. So one animal we will get some luck with, right in here, is the California sea lion. This is probably one of the best California sea lion habitats that I've ever made. I think that this looks awesome. So we've got California sea lions swimming about right in here. Got an animal talk area. And then same thing over here. We've got an indoor area for the jaguars, and it looks like we are having a talk about jaguars. And right over here, you can see the jaguars. So yeah, be very careful. This is electrified fence. So yeah, main wolves over here. We already saw those. We've got some luck now with the jaguars, and then spectacled bears. I was able to get a glimpse of them, but we might have to go to the other boardwalk. Before we do that, however, there is one entire other half of the America Vespucci Stadium that we have. So we've got South America on this side, and then over here we've got North America. So if we go over here and go past all these guests, right over here. Ooh, I heard something. Let's see. What do we have? Oh, we got a little baby timber wolf. Absolutely adorable. And in here we've got, and they might be outside, but this is the grizzly bear enclosure. Yeah, I think they must be outside. I will go check, because once again on the other side we have another boardwalk. Yeah, here's one of the grizzly bears. Right over there. And then over here, this is another part of the grizzly bear enclosure. And then over here we've got the timber wolf outdoor area. Let's see, where does one find a timber wolf? Let's go in real quick, because they could also be in their private little heart shelter they have. Oh, yeah, here they are. So we've got a bunch more babies. We've got the alpha male, and the alpha female should be somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, so Timberwolves right in here. Okay, so we're back here, and right here we've got an enclosure for the ocelots. Right over here we've got a little seating area. We've got a bouncy house for the kiddos. We've got food, drink counters here. We've got a tent right over here. And yeah, so that's this area. We're gonna go back to this area in just a second. So we've got ocelots here. Oh, looks like we got a little baby ocelot over here. So cute. And then over here, we have got an enclosure for the bush dogs. Not sure where the bush dogs are. They should be somewhere. Ah, here are the bush dogs. Well, a little baby bush dog. And then, oh, they might be in the burrow. Here he comes. Aw, how adorable. Oh, there's a little baby. Okay, right here. Another boardwalk. So if we go up, hopefully over here, we'll get a much better view of the spectacled bears. Okay, so here are the spectacled bears. Taking a little snooze inside their private shelter area. Okay, so that's the spectacled bear enclosure. This is the jaguar enclosure. Once again, just another view. And then once again, over here we've got another little tent area. So, if we go down, we've got a little carnival game. We've got a little carnival tent, a bounce house. We've got another tent over here where you can get food and water And the souvenir. And then, if we go this way, we gotta go all the way back. So that's the Amerigo Vespucci Stadium. We've got quite a lot more to cover. And I think that a great way to do that is with the monorail. So here in the Carnival section of Conservation Carnival, we do have a monorail. Oh, and perfect. It looks like monorail is just about to leave. Either that or it's just arrived. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. So yeah, get a good view of some of the animals via the monorail. Wait. Alright, here we go. So let's see. So yeah, we've got the Humane Circus area, which we will see at the very end. You get a nice view of it, that's for sure. Over here, let's see. You can hear some of the animals in here. Let's see. Where could they be? Oh, okay. Looks like we can see both African elephants and, okay, we can't really see them now, but there are also some homidrized baboons in here. Yeah, homidrized baboons, African elephants. Okay, so yeah, you can kind of see them from here. Pretty nice view. So then we're just going across. Right up ahead, looks like you can see the reticulated giraffes. It's one of the animals in here. And you can see one of the attics. Oh yeah, you can see a ton of animals from here. So yeah, we've got reticulated giraffes, we've got attics, we've got dromedary camels in here. Yeah, there's one of the dromedary camels. Let's see if we can, change the seat. Perfect! Yeah, reticulated giraffe, attics, Somali wild ass, you can see right over there. You can see common ostrich. Yeah, we've got common ostrich in 2 of our facilities in this little town. But yeah, you can get a pretty nice view. Alrighty, we are approaching another enclosure right over here. Let's see. So this enclosure, we've got this massive lake. This enclosure is for the hippopotamus. Let's see. Okay, there's a bunch of them that are swimming. We've got one here. We've got one there. Got some that are hanging out at the very bottom of the lake, getting out of the sun. Wow, this actually is a super duper nice view. And here is the 3rd large enclosure in this area. Once again, ton of animals. In the shelter, looks like we've got some Thompson's gazelles, some Nyalas. We've got some springbok, southern white rhinos, and somewhere in here there should also be some common warthogs. know. I definitely saw some, or I saw one out of the corner of my eye that was using the forage box. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see the common warthog over there. Alrighty, that is awesome. So, this is the perfect place actually to get off. Saves us a trip. So now, if we go off here, let's take a left first. Once again, we've got another couple of tents here. We've got a carnival game right here. And we've got a Ferris wheel that you can ride on. Another carnival game. Another couple of tents. And right here, you can see we have an enclosure for the Fusa. Not sure where they may be. Ah, here's the Fusa. Here are the Fusas. And then right next door to the Fusas... Okay, we're gonna have to go the other way. So there isn't a guest entrance here. We've got a couple shelters over here. Okay, we can look into the enclosure. We've got 4 different species of lemurs in this enclosure. We've got, you can see here, we've got the ring-tailed lemurs and the cockerel shifaka. In the distance, you can see we have our black and white ruffed lemurs. And then there's also some red ruffed lemurs. And we'll be able to get a good look at those once we go into the enclosure. So once again, this is much more of like an exotic petting zoo. So we can go here. We've got restroom. We've got some more tents over here. And these tents actually have stuff in them. We're gonna go this way. So, we've got one other exhibit here. Right in here. We've got a couple more African animals. We've got a little baby Kirk's Dick. Right in here. Over here we've got aardvarks. We've got African spurred tortoise, aka sulcata tortoise. Another sulcata. Another aardvark. Oh, we've got, looks like a little baby meerkat, along with one of the adult meerkats. Oh, here they are. She was hiding. Aw, here's the little baby meerkat scurrying about. So then if we go in here, once again, we've got the lemurs. Black and white ruffed lemurs over here. More black and white ruffed lemurs. Here are the red ruffed lemurs. Right over here. Got the cockerel shifakas. Where's Zaboomafoo? I want to see the Zaboomafoo. There's one in here and his name is Zaboomafoo. I mentioned this in my video, but I was definitely more of a Wild Kratts kid, but I did watch a little bit of Zaboomafoo here and there. Here's the lemur in its, the ring-tailed lemur in its, like, little lotus pose. That's another thing that I mentioned in that video. Here's some more meerkats. Aw, he's so cute! Look at them! They're adorable! Okay, so we've officially seen all the animals in this area. We've only got a couple more animals left to see. So, let's go. We're gonna walk this time. I know it's a little bit of an arduous walk, but it's gonna be worth it. Because right in here, we've got spotted hyenas, wherever they may be. I see one in the distance. Let's go over by the hard shelter. I'm pretty sure there's a window that looks into the hard shelter. Let's see. Yes, there is. So, let's see. There. Okay, here are the spotted hyenas. Right over here, just running about. Again, please don't enter the enclosures. I know what I'm doing. So yeah, so we just, cut right through the enclosure because... Yeah. So then the final area of Conservation Carnival is the Humane Circus area. So this isn't a traditional circus where the animals do tricks. This is more of like an educational circus where, you know, the animals go into the circus tents. They're lured in with some food. And we have, a couple people do some talks. Restroom. You can get some snacks.
Hey, yo, Michelle.
Right in here, we've got, so, okay, it doesn't look like there's anything in here in the moment, but that's okay. We already saw the, Hamadryas baboons and the African elephants. Yeah, we were able to see them from the monorail. Let's go this way first. So, yeah, so they're lured in, animal talks, and then afterwards they have an entire outdoor area they can go to. So right here we've got the Bengal tiger. We've got two Bengal tigers that look absolutely stunning. I also said this in the last video, but like, even though we are getting so much better graphics in Planet Zoo 2, that doesn't mean that the animals in here look any less stunning. Of course, there are some that could look better, but like the tigers, like, they just look excellent. So yeah, we got tigers in here. And then the very last animal that we have to see here in Conservation Carnival is the West African lion. And once again, we got the pride right over here. And you know, we might as well get one more look at the elephants and the baboons. A little bit of a VIP experience. So yeah, we got the elephants. Oh, I think this is the male. Is this the male? This is. In all his glory. Baby elephants. Ton of Hamadryas baboons. Yeah, no, what a great way to end the tour. So now, to finish today's video, what I think we're going to do is we're going to hop on the train and take a little ride around the entirety of Conservation Carnival. Alrighty guys, as we are riding the train around Conservation Carnival, I just want to take a moment now to reflect on this series as a whole. I seriously had so much fun building this zoo. I don't know if you guys remember, but many years ago, I had the original Conservation Carnival, and I showed it on the channel, and this is a successor to that zoo, and in my opinion, it is just so much more fun.